Hello, I am Tijen. I am the founder of Jenko Coaching. In Jenko Coaching, we offer executive life and well-being coaching, as well as coach training and education. Today, I would like to speak to you about 5 steps towards becoming resilient. And I developed these steps over the years through my own life experiences, coaching myself through them, as well as coaching many of my clients through their life challenging experiences. So I will be sharing with you the best practices I have tested on myself as well as in my clients. So, the first step towards resilience is detachment. What happens is that when we are faced with a life challenging experience, we often identify with it at the deeper levels of the core. And therefore, our ability to respond to that experience gets challenging because we feel that experience is a defining moment of who we are. And in order to shift that, we need to create space between the experience itself as well as our core identity. And that needs to start with your language. For example, what happens is that, let's say that you are diagnosed with a cancer. Often that language to explain that becomes, I have cancer. Or you're facing with a divorce. People say, I'm getting a divorce, or I got fired from a job. So the first thing then becomes, currently I am experiencing a cancer diagnosis. You see that there is already space is generated. I have an experience of a job loss. So now you can see we started a spaciousness through the language, and within that space we can now feel that our core, through our core, we can respond to the experience itself. There is a space between the experience and our core identity. And once you are able to get to that space, you can then start saying that there is a relationship between me, my core identity, and this experience right now. And that, like anything else, is a temporary relationship. I can continue to have that relationship or change that relationship to something else. So the first step is detachment. Second step towards resilience is being able to focus on the now. What happens is that when we are faced with a life altering traumatic experience, we often get to be consumed by it. And therefore, it grasps our functionality and we become unable to focus on anything else but consumed by the thought about this experience. And therefore, after the detachment, we need to be able to bring ourselves in the moment and find ways to stay in the moment, such as focusing on something you can manage in the moment, like I can drink a sip of water right now. I can cook myself a meal right now. I can actually draft an email right now. I can breathe right now. Whatever it is for you, from as simple as like a breathing into more difficult thing, like I can actually move my house right now. Whatever it is for you, find something is going to keep you in the moment and remind you that you still can function no matter what it is that you're experiencing. Often a helpful mantra is supportive to keep you in the moment, such as, I have no problem right now. I feel well at this moment, regardless of the diagnosis. I feel well at this moment, regardless of moving through the divorce experience. And therefore, I can manage this. So, find a mantra is going to be reminding that there is the moment and there is a functionality of yours and keep you focused on the now. Third step towards resilience is finding something you can manage and you value. So let's think about divorce experience, for example. If you value being peaceful and kind to another being, then you can say, this is what I can manage through this experience. I'm going to choose to be peaceful and kind regardless of what other person do, and that's something I can manage. And let's think about the other example, that you've been diagnosed with a challenging illness. You can say, and your value is to eating nutritious food. You can say, okay, my value is eating nutritious food, although some aspects of this diagnosis I cannot manage. I need to rely on some doctors. But this part I can manage. Maybe you start cooking your food. Maybe you buy more organic food. Maybe you become a member with the community to share agriculture. You can find something that you can manage through the challenging event. And therefore, that managing what you can value is going to put you more into your area of strengths. And that is going to add to your resilience. So then the third step is managing, finding something you can manage and you value. Fourth step towards resilience is integration. So let's think about again the diagnosis experience. Diagnosis may result in the change in your physical well being or physical abilities. Or if you move through a surgery, you may have now scar tissues and maybe reduction in your range of movement. Or if you went through, let's say, the divorce experience, it may actually reduce your financial abilities. Whatever it may be, then you are now going to be different. Post experience of you is going to be different than pre experience of you. So then, whatever happened to you throughout this experience, the changes that you've been through needs to be digested, metabolized by you and by your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual being, so that you come to the post experience fully integrated and stronger through this experience. And therefore, it is important for you to put aside a reflective time to understand what changes happen to you through this experience, and then find ways to support that changes, integration of that change. For example, if we think about again the surgery experience, you may need to do certain rehabilitation movements or something that you can manage to help integrate the post experience. Maybe you'll hire a coach to talk through emotional part of it. Maybe you go to a therapist to discuss what happened, or go to a financial coach. Whatever that may be that you need to understand, there needs to be a time for you to reflect on what changed for you, what needs to be digested, metabolized, and maybe eliminated, so that you can come to the spring post-mortem of this experience, arrive to spring stronger, fully integrated, and accompanying all parts of you and honoring all parts of you move through this experience. So then the fourth step to resilience is integration. Fifth step towards resilience is mastery. If you choose to get to that step after integration, you then become an inspirational member of the society for the other people who are going through similar experiences. In this step, you are now not only been through the experience, but found yourself stronger on the other side. And you are now honoring yourself through that experience, and even appreciating that experience made you who you are now, despite its difficulties. In that sense, there is a much enhanced level of compassion, care, and strength that comes to your being. And that's what I called reaching to your superpowers. And that's where we take the challenging experience and turn that into the superpower that makes us who we are. Because through that experience, you're going to become a very unique version of you and much stronger, resilient version of you. And now you can actually extend that part of you to inspire others, help others as they move through the similar experience so that they can see you as the beacon of light and walk towards it while they're going through the dark night of the soul of their own journey. So in this case, maybe you can, let's talk about again difficult diagnosis. You can create a support group, talk to a friend that are going through that, or you can write book about it, you can talk about it, you can write a blog about it. There are many ways that we can become a well-functioning, inspirational members of the society as we understand and grow through our own challenging life experiences and as we turn them into superpowers. So then the fifth step is inspiration of others and turning the challenging experience into superpowers so that you can teach others, help others to turn their difficult experiences into their superpowers. Hope you enjoy this talk. We have many other inspirational talks like that in jenkacoaching.com. Also, we have trainings and workshops available. So visit us. Thank you for listening.